that one get away from you?
You know what? Third period made 2 mistakes. Turnover in our end, turnover in neutral zone. They turned around and put them right back in our net.
How disappointing is it to see that?
I mean, you don't want to make mistakes. We're tied going into the third, kind of like we've been the last few games and found ways to win hockey games. This one, we made mistakes and ended up in the back of our net.
Kyle was saying fatigue's no reason, no excuse. What do you think?
Well, we're never going to use that one. There's too many teams. I can show you everybody else's schedule. They're doing the same thing. You know what? It's 3 and 4 nights. That's all the more reason to, simplify what you're doing, making sure that, you hope that, you do the right things. It doesn't turn into offense for the opposition.
Eric gave you a chance?
Again, yeah. Every game he's played. And that's the hard part. We're not getting the run support for him. And he's been really good for us. He certainly isn't any of the problem, that's for sure.
And with a schedule like this and a loss like that, I guess one of the things that you don't want to do is give up freebies, right? You want to take advantage of your special teams, and you don't want to make those giveaways. So would you attribute that to mental fatigue, though, or what is going into it?
It's the one thing we talk about that, if you have to get your body physically ready. You got to recuperate. You got to get yourself ready to go for the next game. But you also have to get your mind ready too. That you're going to get in situations that that's the part that happens. You make mistakes because sometimes fatigue is there. But at the end of the day, the other opposition is if you're putting a lot of heat on them and you're putting them in situations, they're going to make mistakes too. But that's just hockey at times. It's just the teams that obviously don't make those great A's that turn into offense the other way. I mean, yeah. But I'm not. We talk about as a group. We're not looking for excuses based on the schedule. There's not that. This is hockey. There's things that happen out there that you're in charge of and you can handle, and whether that's not having your legs one night or not having, maybe you're not feeling, maybe there's some injuries, whatever it might be. You have to grind your way through it, and everybody else does.
At 0-0 after 1, I can't remember the shots, but they had a lot, and I wonder if the
12-6.
zone time
12-6. Yeah, and they were playing. They were sitting waiting for us. We knew they were going to come. They're a shot volume team. We knew that the first period there was going to be a lot of pucks thrown of our net. I think the chances ended up being 3-2 for them. So it wasn't like we were sitting getting bombarded. But we knew that I knew Dean he was going to come, and that's his MO from Minnie as well. I mean, they were going to jump on us in that first period. Flew in last night. I thought we did a pretty good job of eliminating the amount of chances that that they were looking to get.
Before the penalty, it looked like you were actually spending most of the shifts in their zone, but maybe the puck was getting the net, but there was no shot or something to that effect.
Yeah, and that's the little bit of the frustration. Our zone time is actually higher than theirs for the game. Thought that there was times where we could attack below the circles, where we should have maybe put the puck into the blue paint and created those second chances. There was a lot of looks where our D had it at the top that got blocked. I think there's 4 or 5 where they hit sticks or they got in their shin pads. Obviously Columbus did a good job of getting in the lanes, but at the same time, our offense is kind of based on, getting pucks, working it from low to high, and then trying to create the separation with the opposition's defense, and then work to get pucks there. And that's one area we got to continually to improve on. Is that earlier on we had a real mindset of we're attack mode all the time, and now we're maybe a little bit at times looking for that one extra pass, and this is the time when you need the volume sometimes.
On the power play, it looked like, you did get the goal, and it does put you up or what have you, but maybe the sheer number of options isn't there, or the pace, or maybe it's the puck recovery, but at some point it just doesn't look like it did maybe 3 weeks ago. And what is that?
I thought the last one did.
Yeah.
It's because it started with the shots, and it's hard to tell. You're trying to tell these guys that the shot creates the scrambles, it gets the penalty kill out of sync and out of position, but there's also the opposition is trying to do a real good job of getting in those lanes on us, and earlier in the year, a lot of those pucks are getting through. Now they're, the opposition's trying to making sure that we're not getting those shot opportunities. But when we do attack, like our last power play, when we did get into shot mode and we did get pucks down around the net front, like I said, it created separation, and then it kind of leaves, in that case, Casey all alone coming off that side. So just something we'll continue to work with, kind of like the 5-on-5, that we know what our mindset needs to be. When we have the puck, we got to continue to kind of keep hammering that home.
Just a couple personnel questions, Scott. With Villy, was there any injury there, or just
no? Just we were 3 and 4 nights and trying to get some fresh legs in. Him kind of getting back at it. So Millsy obviously was a big part of what's kind of gone on for us here. Since the start of the year, but that was just more about fresh legs.
And with the extended week here at home, and you get some practice time in that, do you have any update on Nikolai Ehlers and when he might resume skating?
Yeah, there could be a chance he could be skating this week. We'll see. We don't practice tomorrow, so good chance he could be out on the ice this week.
Dylan and Kyle talked about kind of how you guys have veered away from your structure. When you assess it, is it those second, third chances? Is it mental breakdowns? What is it that's leading to you guys getting away from your game to overarching?
It's kind of a broad question. What part are you...
In terms of, they talk about their structure, you're getting away from your structure. What is that? How do you...
Well, our structure is, if we're talking about the offensive zone, there's some of the things I just talked to Murat about. If you're talking about our D zone, there's some structure there where we outnumber and we close quick. If you're talking about through the neutral zone structure, that's us being above, always having numbers over top of their numbers, forcing more dump-ins than carries. Structure is a big word. I mean, there's different areas we look at it. So, tonight I wouldn't say there was one area that was, probably worse than others, or an area that I'm going to zoom in on. There's some nights you go, man, oh man, we couldn't handle them in our end of the rink, or, we couldn't get to their net, different things like that. So, I mean, there's our structure. Obviously, we all know what it is as a group, and it's how we defend when we don't have the puck. And I thought tonight we attacked pucks. We went and got pucks. It wasn't like Columbus had the puck all night. So in that side of structure, I thought we were, that's not an area I would totally go at right now.
In terms of, mental errors, breakdowns on goals, you've mentioned the passing. It was after the Vegas game. There was rush chances. There was a breakdown tonight as well. What do you think is leading to those kind of mistakes compounding?
Yeah, sometimes first it's, it's numbers. It's getting beat back up the ice. If it's your F3 or it's the other two forwards that are deep, maybe it's your deep pinching and somebody not backing them up. Those type of things. When it comes to us on that part of it, it's kind of the reads that happen. Maybe you're pressing so hard to try to score a goal that you get caught. I think on there was a couple of situations where we got caught with numbers, and the Monahan chance they didn't score on was one where we had one guy coming off the bench and the other two got caught deep, and that just creates those odd man looks. And so I think that it's just trying to stick with kind of how we play those things, and making sure that we stressed a lot lately about making sure we got numbers above their numbers.
Okay, guys, thank you.
Thank you.